It's a spooky Halloween with a 3D printer. Stay tuned. Hey, welcome to the first layer, our Halloween episode. We're going to be talking about 3D printing for your Halloween this year. And I'm not feeling so well today. I had a little too much breakfast, I think, and it's coming back on me. My little friend here, Alien. This is the chest burster from Alien, a 3D print that you can do to jazz up your Halloween. Now, we've got all kinds of stuff to show you today. We're going to show you some stuff that you can find on Thingiverse and how useful your 3D printer can be when Halloween, or any holiday for that matter, comes up and you don't want to go to the dollar store and buy yourself some different items, or you don't want to go to Walmart or any of the other big chain stores and buy Halloween stuff. Well, now you can print it on your 3D printer, and I'm going to show you some of the things that we printed today and how useful a 3D printer can be for your Halloween or any holiday for that matter. If you haven't met before, my name's Richard. Welcome to the show. On this show, we explore the world of 3D printing. So everything from getting started with 3D printing right through to finishing, and we're going to take you through all of that. We do news, reviews, interviews, and how-tos. And today, it's all about how to make your Halloween 3D printable. So let's get started. Oh, my chest. It still hurts. I don't know why. So let's start at the opening. You saw this little guy right here. This is a pumpkin lantern. There's a set of 4, and all you simply do is, there is a bottom that comes with these so that you can put them on a tea light. And I didn't print the bottom. Let's see if I can get that in camera there. I didn't print the bottom. I just kind of ran out of time. So, but you put a little LED tea light that you can find at any dollar store inside these. And there's a collection of 4, and I'm going to show you them now. There's this guy right here. Here, let's go back to the other camera and I'll show them to you one by one. So we've got this one right here. Now, I haven't taken the infill out of this guy yet. He is still, let's just move that out of the way because that's just annoying me. He's still got his infill inside, or his support material. Now, he was printed just like this, actually. He was printed on his side, and they're kind of slippery when they first come off the printer. But they've got the jack-o'-lantern, that one. They've got sort of a Joker-style face. And then there's this one. This one is supposed to be Jack, and I'm not sure if this is Jack or Frankenstein, or I think it's a Frankenstein, to be honest with you. And then there, of course, is the cat one, which I showed you earlier. These can all be found on Thingiverse. You'll have to excuse me because I don't remember who the artist was that did them. But let's head over to Thingiverse real quick. And I will show you some of the things that you can find on Thingiverse. There's all kinds of interesting items that you can find, from gremlin faces to coasters to tea lights. The Mega Ghost, which was recently done on the 3D Printing Nerd channel. Joel Telling did a giant one of these. And if you haven't seen that, I'll put it in the link in the description below. And you can go and check out 3D Printing Nerd and his Mega Ghost. So there's all kinds of things, from cauldrons. I'm printing a cauldron in the back behind me here right now. And these cauldrons are really, really cool. I'm just going to open up that page and we'll go right to it. So this is done by artist Tone001. And there's a collection of different cauldrons in here. So let's see if we can't open this up a little bit and kind of see. So there's all kinds of different cauldrons, and you can print them in any size. I upscaled the cauldron that I'm doing right now to maximize the printer that I've got it on. And they come with little handles, and you can print them with or without handles. You can print lids for them. You can put your Halloween treats in them. Now, bear in mind that they do take quite a while to print. So, and I'm not printing this with any infill in it. Let me see if I can find the one that I'm printing right now. This is the one I'm printing right now. Or pardon me, there is infill in it, but there is no support material. Because of the roundness of it, it doesn't really need support material inside. So it's actually quite a very cool cauldron. So I'm going to be using that cauldron as well on the weekend coming up. Here's the Eric Draven tombstone, which is very cool. You can print this off, put it in front of your Eric Draven doll, or just make a little tabletop tombstone display. I printed one off. Let's go back to that right now. Let me see if I can switch cameras here. There we go. Okay, so I printed one off. This print didn't come out very good. This was printed in ABS because that's what I had in the machine at the time. What I didn't do is put enough infill inside the tombstone, so it got all of these little aberrations on the top. I don't think I had my settings quite right, but this gives you an idea, and this is, well, about the size of the tombstone. It's a good 4 or 5 inches tall. You can make quite a few different tombstones. There's all kinds of them on Thingiverse, and it's a really, really cool idea. If you're having a party or you're trying to do a new Halloween setup, this is a kind of a cool idea. I really like it. Now, also what you can do is do cookie cutters. And I printed these cookie cutters that I'm going to show you right away out of PLA. Now, whether you can use PLA or not for your baking, I don't see why you can't, because all you're doing is just kind of punching them out. And I know I didn't print them in the right color, but I did print them. There's a ghost and a pumpkin. And these I found on myminifactory.com. And the artist for these is Delukart, D-E-L-U-K-A-R-T. I'm just going to bring that up now. So Delukart does quite a few different ones as well. As you can see, there's the pumpkin that I printed off. And Delukart also has a tombstone, and there's quite a few others in the Delukart collection. So there's the tombstone, there's a bat, as you can see. So go check out myminifactory.com. There's all kinds of Halloween stuff over there. If you want to print a mask, you can print masks for your, if you don't want to go out and buy one. There's all kinds of candle holders. Again, more ghost little hanging ideas, Thor's hammer, a hook, necklaces, jewelry, all kinds of stuff over there if you're into Halloween and you want to get some really interesting kind of pieces. Now, this little guy on my chest, he's not glued to me at all, or I haven't got him on any straps. I just kind of got him through a hole on these coveralls. But he was printed out in blue PLA, and I did a little bit of sanding on him, and I painted him up so he's got a little bit of silver. Let me see if I can get a nice close-up shot of him. So this little guy here, the alien chest burster, can be found also on Thingiverse. I don't remember the artist's name. There's actually a couple of them up there. Go check that out. It's a pretty short show today, so we're just kind of talking about Halloween stuff. Now, I did paint him up. I did a little bit of airbrushing, a little bit of dry brushing on him as well, and painted his teeth and his claws. And I haven't added any kind of blood to him. I left in some of the print lines so that it would look kind of like loose skin on top of the chest burster. And that is from the World of Aliens. And you can see on the base here that it's got several holes. So if you wanted to make some sort of strap system for it, you could. And it's pretty simple to do there. So it's kind of a neat little idea if you don't want to get all dressed up and put a whole bunch of makeup on for Halloween. It's a great little idea to have something like that. And if you wanted to print full helmets or full masks on your 3D printer, well, you can do that as well. And I've started doing this Darth Vader helmet which I found the files for. Now I paid for the file for this one, but there's plenty of different files available on Thingiverse and on My Mini Factory to do masks. And this is a multi-part mask. So there is a seam line that comes along here. So the eye sockets, the mouth were all separate pieces. So this is 3 pieces put together. And I still have a long way to go, but it does fit. So it is, you know, it's made for an adult head. If you wanted to do a Darth Vader costume, well, this might be a way to do it, start off with, instead of going out and buying one. And for the cost of filament, you know, there's so many things that we can do with our 3D printers that no matter what the occasion is, we can simply use our 3D printers to help us make our Halloweens or our Christmases or any of those other times of year a little bit more special, because we made them. Remember, some of you might remember back in the day when I was a young man, we used to go and make our own decorations. And a lot of people this time of year do make their own decorations. But with the advent of 3D printing, we're able now to expand upon that. So, you know, we used to string popcorn at Christmas time, and we used to make our own little tissue ghosts when we were a kid. But now you can 3D print all that stuff. And you can put tea lights in them, much like this light here. This is a pumpkin light from Walmart. It's a strobe light. You can set it underneath you can put it inside your pumpkin so that you don't have to put a candle in. And if you're printing a pumpkin, like this guy, you don't want to put candles in them anyway, because you'll just start them on fire. So no matter what you're into, whether it be you want to make some Halloween costume parts, or you want to make decorations for your home like this guy, it's very simple to do with your 3D printer. And like I said, there's tons and tons and tons of stuff online that is free for you to download, like the pumpkins that we talked about earlier. Here's some earrings for your girlfriend. You know, you want to do a Pac-Man ghost setup, you can do that. Here's some chopped fingers. Very cool trick. You know, Wolfman cup, some eyes on the wall. You know, regardless of what you want to print, everything that you can think of, or pretty much anything that you can think of, can be found online. Here's a really cool one. This is a candy dish made from a coffin, and this comes from artist Saxon Fulward. So, you know, make your own little candy dishes. Be creative. Do whatever you think you can do for Halloween on your 3D printer. Put it to use. Now, you can get filaments, PLA, ABS, PETG. PETG, you'll have to watch, because not all PETGs are food safe. PETG is the material. It is it's a filament just like any other. It doesn't smell. It's a good filament to use, but there is some learning curve to use PETG. Everything that you've seen here today was all printed in PLA, except for the Draven tombstone, which didn't turn out anyway. That was printed in ABS. So there's all kinds of really cool things that you can do. And I want you to please, if you can, enjoy your Halloween this year. Get lots of candy, send the kids out, have a great time, print up a bunch of stuff, be creative, send your pictures over to me on Facebook in the First Layer group over on Facebook. Post some of your 3D prints for Halloween. I'd love to see them, and I'm sure the community would love to see them as well. Before we wrap things up today, I want to quickly tell you about this weekend coming up, the October 28th and 29th. I will be at Maker Faire Calgary. Maker Faire Calgary is happening at the Spruce Meadows Equiplex. I'll be there along with spool3d.ca. And speaking of Spool 3D, they supplied us with all of the material this time to do all of the prints for you that you saw today. So we want to thank spool3d.ca. Print it right, print it with spool3d.ca. They have everything that you need, from filaments to aftermarket parts, printers, you name it, they got it. Go check it out at spool3d.ca and print it right. Tell them that Richard sent you from the first layer. Never know what could happen. With that being said, we are, if you want to get yourself one of these first layer stickers, just send me a self-addressed stamped envelope. I'll put the address in the link below. And with that being said, you guys have yourselves a great, happy Halloween, and I will see you here next time on the first layer.